Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you. I'm recording this video on the day that the UNC Toe Jordan 1 highs dropped. I was unable to pick up a pair for the shock drops or anything like that. Like usual, I was able to secure a pair at my local Finish Line through exclusive access. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these UNC Toe Jordan 1 highs. I always say that I love it whenever we get a color coordinated box, and obviously you can see that this has that UNC theme going on. It's the same font that we always have for Jordan 1 boxes, but it's this university blue color with black Nike branding, and I think it looks cool. The tag reads Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. The colors are university blue, black, and white. I grabbed a size 10. On highs, I can get away with going a 10 or a 10.5, but true to size works out just fine. Retail price on these was $180 for men's sizes, and then I forget if GS pairs were $150 or $140, but I used status rewards to get $20 off both pairs together. I did get this pair and then a GS pair as well. And then getting right to it, I think these things look great. I have been really excited about this shoe. I know that people are getting worn out on Jordan 1 highs, and apparently people are saying that they're not feeling the UNC colorway anymore. But for me, I just haven't grown tired of either of those things yet. So when I saw pictures of this thing, I knew that I was going to be going for my size. I didn't really watch on sneakers to see if these sold out or anything. And honestly, I haven't really checked around because since I had my pair secured at Finish Line, I wasn't too worried about fooling with it this morning. A lot of people were saying that they were going to sit. A lot of people were saying that this is a brick, that it wasn't going to do very well. I wasn't looking at these from a resale standpoint. I was just looking at them as I really wanted this pair of kicks. I didn't get a pair of the Obsidian Jordan 1 highs, and I waited too long, and by the time I doubled back for them, they were already a little too expensive on the resale market, just more than what I wanted to pay. And these do remind me of the Obsidians more than anything else. The leather isn't as good on this pair as what it is on the Obsidians. However, that being said, the QC seems really good. And I don't mind the materials. I just think that those Obsidian Jordan 1 highs have some of the best materials on a Jordan 1 high that we've seen in recent years. Before I forget to mention, these came with black flat laces already in there. And then, just like they've been doing lately, they gave us a box with spares. My box is barely hanging together, but you can see they gave us some flat university blue laces as well. For the time being, I'm just going to keep the black laces in. I think white laces would probably look pretty good as well, but for now I'm just rocking the black laces to match the tongue. This is the GS pair that I got. This is a size 6.5 youth, which equates to a men's size 6.5. And sometimes the GS pairs have subpar materials and just the quality control is a lot worse. This looks really clean, and also the materials seem like they're really close to what we got on the men's pair, so I was glad to see that. I didn't see an extra pair of laces in the GS pair, so I don't know if that's the same across the board or maybe if my box just didn't have the extra laces in it. But for my GS pair at least, it only came with the flat black laces that are already in the shoe. And one more note about the GS pair, it came with the same exact box that we got for the adult pair. And again, I like that. I like that they gave us the same packaging and the same quality for the kids pair. We have a university blue Jordan 1 tread pattern. Same tread pattern we get on every single Jordan 1, whether it's a low, mid, or a high. Pivot point in the front, Nike branding there at the midfoot, but it looks nice in this university blue. Blue is my favorite color, so I might be a little bit partial. Let me know if you're getting burnt out on UNC colorways. For me, I just think they can keep them coming. It was funny though, because whenever I showed these to my wife, she was like, I feel like I've seen 100 other pairs of Jordans that look exactly like that. And she even went on to say that and the Chicago colorway. It's just like, can't you do anything else? And my jaw just dropped because I've heard other people say that before. However, I'm not burnt out on stuff like this. It's a real classic color blocking that we get on this shoe, similar to like the taxis that we've seen recently, and they ended up performing way worse than what people were anticipating. I was kind of surprised by that one too. But again, the taxis are another pair that I think are absolute fire, so I don't mind getting this color blocking again, especially with the university blue on it. But coming up from that blue outsole, we've got a bright white midsole with bright white stitching. So no aged looking midsole or sale midsole on this pair either. It seems like there for a while, that's all we were getting was sale midsoles, but this is bright white to go with the bright white leather on the upper. Then coming to the mudguard, we have a smooth black leather. This black leather isn't really anything remarkable. It almost does feel a little bit synthetic, but I don't mind it. It's not like it's terrible material or anything, but there's no real texture on it, and that's what we get for the mudguard. Then going up the eye stays, we have that on the swoosh, and then we also have it up here by the collar. My favorite leather on the shoe is probably this university blue leather that we can see here on the toe box. We get those perforations that we always have on Jordan 1s. And then we have that university blue leather wrapping around the heel, and also up here by the collar where we see this Wings logo stamped in. Hopefully you can get a good look at that. I really like that blue leather, and I love the texture that we have on that material. It's very nice looking. It's not like too much of a tumble. It looks like a natural finish, and that's probably my favorite way to see leather on a Jordan 1 high. Then for our side panels, we have just a smooth white leather. This doesn't feel incredibly soft, but what this makes me think of right off the bat is like the Jordan 1 high 85 leather, where it's a nice thick cut, but it's not super soft or anything. It's really smooth, but I do actually think it's a really nice material, and I think it'll age well, but there's no real texture on it, and it's not like crazy soft or anything. It'll probably get softer the more that you wear them, but I think it looks really nice. And like I said before, I don't mind the materials that we got on this shoe in the least bit. I'm really happy with this pair. We got a standard nylon Jordan tongue. That's in a black color, and it has black piping going along the edges. Then we have a black tag, and we have some university blue Nike Air branding there on that. Looks like we got a black sock liner, and the insole is black, and again we see some university blue Nike Air branding. But that was a pretty quick look at these. I love this pair. I don't mind this pickup at all, and I would be surprised if they sit. I know the sneaker game has cooled off, Jordan 1s have cooled off, and not every single pair is an instant sellout anymore. But for me, it doesn't get much better than this. Materials aren't the best, but they're good. There's nothing wrong with them. Most importantly for me, they look like they were put together well, and there's no real obvious QC issues or anything like that. But I love this colorway. I love UNC colorways. I love the Jordan 1 high. It's one of my favorite shoes of all time. Let me know what you all think about these, if you thought they were worth picking up or if you easily passed on them. I appreciate you all watching, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.